a celebrity.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of are with our audience. So
Steve.
Carla did not want to go out with you because you had made comments about her breast area, and she made a comment about your teeth.
No. I didn't make any comments about. When I was talking to you, yes, I of course commented.
Well, you also thanked her for letting her be looked at with such plentiful bosoms.
In your defense, Steve, she was attacking you at the end, so that's why you kind of said those things.
Yes.
Remember, she wasn't so nice about your tooth.
Yeah, she said that you didn't have teeth.
Well, yeah, and there's a bit of an issue with my mouth. It may be apparent, by the way that I speak. But the good news is, after the Carla debacle, and that's what I'm going to call it, even though her breasts were beautiful, like two big giant beach balls in a hammock blowing in the breeze. You gave me some phone numbers from people that were intrigued by me.
There were a few people.
Well, there were some ladies that were just all about your Southern hospitality, Steve.
Did you go out with them?
Steve, have you been on a date?
I am dating a woman named Annette, and she is a dental hygienist.
Oh, good.
And
Perfect.
Well, apparently she has a thing for guys with goofy teeth. So I let her clean them, and she likes to, do all the gum line and everything like that.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
Wow.
And she promises me that we'll be able to probably get them all fixed and everything. So
That's
I'm
good.
looking forward to that.
Sounds like a win-win to
That's
me.
fantastic.
So you introduced us, Steve, to a different kind of toothpick. Do you care to refresh everybody's memory?
Well, it's called a baculum, and that's probably how the scientific pronunciation for it is. It's a baculum. It's a raccoon bone, penis bone, raccoon bone.
And we looked them up when Steve was originally on our show for Closure. We looked them up. These are real things. At the time, Steve, I had found them on Amazon, 6 for a whopping $70.
I found 3 for $30.
Is that a good deal, Steve?
I have a pretty good connection for them. I've got a guy that he traps raccoons, and he gives me the best parts. So I've probably got 15, 16, 17, 18.
I should have brought you. You should have just came up to the studio and brought some.
I wish I could have, but the horses they need my attention and everything. So now, do you have any other animal bone penises for toothpaste? Because you can use.
I mean, do they make other animal
mink,
parts into toothpicks?
There's a mink one the listener told me about, but I didn't get that one.
Huh.
Otters.
Okay.
Otters have big giant ones.
No, don't you dare! No, you leave those otters alone. Otters in Kevin's world mean something else.
But I do love actual otters.
Yes.
Okay, carry on.
Okay. Well, let's just
Now, I would
reset
never
here,
trap
Steve.
one.
You never trap
You would
one.
never trap one, but your friend does, and that's why you have a lot of these. I have not done a
Right.
deep dive on what animal body parts you can turn to toothpicks, but we have the ones that Eric got
No, I
on
have
where you bought them from.
3 raccoon wieners.
Okay.
And I have a bunch of toothpicks they're called paddle picks.
Paddle picks.
Paddle picks.
Now, what's a paddle pick?
It's just like bamboo.
Okay.
Okay, so not
So I bought
animal.
those first because it took me a while to get the raccoon ones.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's just being a wimp. You're just like working your way up to sticking the real thing in your mouth. That's what it is.
Not what I'm going to do.
You try it with a little bamboo, get used to the sensation, and then all of a sudden you got this old giant raccoon thing sticking in your mouth.
I wish someone had told me that.
Oh,
man.
my God.
No. What I'm going to do, since I only have 3, I put everyone's name in a hat here.
Oh, God.
I'll let Ahmad pull
Okay.
the name, and that person, we're going to blindfold them, and they can. I'm going to put a toothpick in their mouth, and they have to guess: is it the raccoon wiener or is it the bamboo?
Oh, no.
And I don't want you guys to see what these look like. That's why I'm hiding them
God.
here.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully
I
they
put my
didn't
name in
look
there
up
as well,
from the
but-
first time Steve was
Better
on.
not pick my name.
I'm like the look on Sam's face. I want to pick her so bad. Okay, I'm not gonna look.
All right, reach in,
I
grab
want
one.
bamboo, please.
Who's
The
getting
first victim.
Oh, special K.
All right, Kevin.
Hey!
All right, Kevin.
So blindfold Kevin.
Oh, I get a blindfold.
Well, yeah,
Or a
because you've got to
toothpick.
decide. You've got to figure out whether or not that is the raccoon member or if that's the paddle pick.
Is it a baculum or is it a paddle pick?
It's baculum. I think it's a baculum. You're gonna nail a baculum on them.
I'm going to help because I don't want you stabbing yourself, Kev. So I'm going to help put it in your mouth.
So you're going to do 1 and 1, right? And
Yep.
he has to decide which one's which.
Exactly. Yep. Here,
Okay.
What?
Here's the first one.
Yeah.
God.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Open
Okay.
your mouth.
So just by him putting it on his teeth and licking it.
You're just kind of going to rub them
You don't have to
down.
lick it.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
fingernails on the
Eric.
teeth?
Think about that one.
Okay.
You got to use your tongue a little bit. Use your tongue.
He did.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my
Your
God.
tongue touched it. Okay. Because you have to get the
Okay.
texture.
Here comes the next
Right.
one.
So is he, because people can't see it, guys.
Okay, so he's
my
tasting
God.
it right
did
now.
he get
Yeah.
did he get that on his tongue too, or just between his teeth? That
He was
second
He was
one.
licking it.
He was
He
was licking it.
Steve
Okay,
says to lick
okay.
it. What about, should he use it like to try and pick stuff out of his teeth?
Well, that's
No,
what the whole
they're not supposed
process
to do
of
enough.
these are.
Okay.
I think that
Okay.
was.
All right.
So
Hey,
did you determine?
which
Well,
one?
I would say I probably have the most experience with these in my mouth on the show.
Oh my gosh.
Toothpicks, that is.
Yeah, that's true. He does like toothpicks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
He's like Dusty Baker. He likes those toothpicks all the time. When we're off the air, he's got a toothpick in his mouth all the time.
He just leaves
Sure,
a trail
Rolla.
of them.
Okay.
Both were
So what do you think?
very dry,
Okay.
woody.
So did he flavor to it?
No, neither one of them. Actually, the first one did have flavor. The first one tasted like bamboo. I'm familiar with that taste because I think they make bamboo straws or something like that as well. Yeah,
Really?
They do.
yeah.
They do.
So you
So
think?
I'm
Finger
leaning
sticks?
number one was the bamboo. Number two was Racoon.
Wow. Great job. Look at that
And
thing.
Eric, you have to be careful because I think you kind of gave it away when you were saying, well, Steve says to do this and this. And I'm like, I think you're just giving it away that
Oh,
number
would you
2
look
is
at
the
that?
raccoon.
We're out of time.
No.
Good
Yeah.
job, Special K.
One more.
Okay,
one more.
let's
Who's
reset.
going
Let's
next?
reset. For those just tuning in, we're doing
Big.
Try It Tuesday. Steve is one of our listeners who was on a segment we do called Closure, where he had been ghosted on a date, and he introduced us to the Baculum Toothpick thing, which is made out of a raccoon
Member
private
bone.
area.
Yeah.
And he can't be in the studio today, but he's on the phone with us as Eric has found these Raccon Baculums, and now it's Try It
We'll try one
Tuesday.
more.
Can you tell which one is the raccoon bone and which one is the
Who's
bamboo
it going to
toothpick?
be?
I gotta say, I've seen men smaller than this.
Oh my God, Kevin, no.
Really?
Our
Go
boss
fast.
is loving this.
Okay, here we go.
Line.
Now I took my name out because I know what it feels like, and it's not fair.
Oh, so you don't have to go.
That is
we go.
messed up. Put Kev's name back in there.
But if
Give
Ryan and
everybody else a
Sam
better
saw
shot.
the other ones, then they would know
they
what to
can't see
feel
from that.
for texture wise.
It's
Yes.
Sam. Sam's doing it next.
Stop it. No,
yes.
I'm not.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
are.
yeah.
I'm not.
Here we go, Sam. Blindfold.
I wanted you to
So
do it
this
so
is-
bad. Sam's face
Baculums
this
and
entire time.
toothpicks.
She's just
And
been
all the
horrified.
things.
All right.
Well,
Yeah, so let's
because
see.
I don't.
But
So
use-
for those just tuning
I would
in,
say
one
use
is the baculum.
Did you use that for me? That
Yeah.
okay.
One
okay,
is
yeah.
the bamboo. So Eric runs this on, like it was on Special K, and I'll be on Sam, on the teeth and the tongue to see, can you tell
Okay.
which one is the bamboo or the baculum?
Here we go.
All right, here we
Ready?
go. He's got one of
Tell
them
us what
out.
it feels like. So
Okay.
here we go, Sam. What
Sam?
do you feel like? What does it
What does it taste
taste?
like?
What'd that taste like?
It tastes really woody. Like
Ew.
I don't.
Interesting choice of words.
Oh.
This
That's
bit.
what Steve said.
Yeah. seriously. Like it tastes.
Here, try it again if you want.
No, I don't.
All right.
Okay, now here's object
here's
number
the next
2.
one.
What an HR nightmare.
Oh, I know.
Totally. Object number 2.
Now I'm nervous.
Where is it?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
What does
Is
that
this
feel
going
like?
to change how you look at Guardians of the Galaxy and Rocket Raccoon from now on?
Probably. I think it already has. Steve?
Okay.
Well, you know it's a toothpick of some sort.
But is it? That one tasted like a cord of some sort.
A cord? Sucking on cords?
I don't know.
Like what?
All
Like
right,
an electrical cord?
you want to take a guess, Sam? What was what?
I felt like the first one was thick and the second one was thin. And so looking at them, I would say the bamboo was the first one and the raccoon.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh,
No,
incorrect.
Here you go. Here's your trophy.
She has less
Raccoon
experience
parts.
though. Let's
Yeah. Yeah.
Eric gave me the thicker part.
Raccoon parts.
Look at it.
Sam,
into
your
a
teeth
raccoon,
are so shiny
into a
and white, by the way.
Thank you. You never noticed that.
Hey, Steve, thank you for turning us on to this.
Steve, I'm not thanking you.
Very interesting. They're not as pointy as a toothpick. You know.
how did
They-
you get
Yeah, so
food
how
out with
can you
it?
actually get food out, like from
I
your
don't think you
teeth,
can.
Steve?
Well, he's got no teeth, really.
It's more just for the impression and the effect, you know.
Oh,
okay.
like
Conversation piece?
Dusty Baker has the toothpick in his mouth all the time.
Oh, okay.
I know, but that totally freaks me out when Dusty Baker flips it when he's like, watching the game, he's flipping it. I'm like, he's going to stab himself in the top part of his mouth by mistake.
Puppets do that with cigarettes.
Yeah, they do that.
It's true. It's
Watch
true.
this, young man.
Well, Steve, we appreciate you calling in. We really thank you very much for introducing us to the Try It Tuesday item of the day.
And we're glad you met Annette, or is that her name, Annette?
Yeah, he said Annette.
New lady friend. Good luck with that.
Dental height. Yeah, well, I appreciate that. And hey, if you ever need somebody to help out with commercials and stuff, I think my dulcet tones would probably be very effective for some of your clients.
Look at Steve.
If it's a 5-week cage match in here already for all the commercials, let's add another person in there. Why not?
A dentistry or something.
Yeah.
A dentist.
Yeah, why not? You could be the endorser for new dental.
Or
smiles.
he could be the voice of the station.
Steve Racoon penises for sale on KRBE.
Hey man, we'll sell
That's
anything.
not me, Houston. That's not one of my characters.
Hey, Steve.
Wait, stay at the same time, Kevin and Steve. That way people know it's not you doing a character or anything.
Should I do my Steve
Yeah, you both do
character?
Steve. Right? Same time. Go
Kevin?
say that same line again. Go ahead, guys.
I don't know what to say.
What do you say?
Just say 104.1 KRBE.
Yeah.
1, 2,
What?
3.
Racoon penises on 104.1 KRBE.
Yeah, see,
shaky.
it's not Special K on the phone and then Special K on the mic. It's actually
Thanks,
Steve.
Steve.
Thanks a lot, Steve. Have a great day. Take care.
Good day.
All right, you guys be good.
Okay,
Bye, buddy.
Oh my God, he's a character.
Right
that's for
Tuesday.
sure.
Every Tuesday.
Everyone was up in there with those cameras.
Got the cameras right in those mouths.
They'll edit that up and put it up there, I'm sure, today in a few hours.
Yep.
They
Get it
look
up there.
real slick, even though as you said, Sam, they taste weird.
I can see why he does it.
It looks slick.
To get attention,
no,
people.
thank you.
What is that in your mouth?
What is that? Well, it's a raccoon weenie.
Very
Yeah.
odd.
I don't know if that's necessarily going to impress people, though.
Good point.
I don't think so.
Keep that to
We're
myself.
going to go around the table coming up next, guys. There's a lot to cover that we have not had a chance to even get to the tip of the iceberg. One thing is, we've talked about pickleball here on the Rule and Ryan show before.
Yep.
And how it's taken America by storm. There are people who have complained about the noise pickleball makes, but there's another big complaint for you pickleballers out there you got to look out for. That's one of the stories we'll share. We have a lot of things to share.
Ahmad on the streets. He was doing that in the 7 o'clock hour, but he had a few left. And anytime we could get that theme song back on the show.
Is the best.
We definitely started off
yeah.
with Ahmad's theme song for sure.
Sounds
the BK
good.
guy and Ahmad, are they the same guy, like Special K and the Raccoon Bone guy?
No.
Not the same guy? Well, let's see. You'll find out next on the Rule and Ryan show.
Olivia Rodrigo on the Roland Ryan Show on 104.1 KRBE. We've got a chance for you to see Olivia.
The Guts Tour
Olivia.
is in Houston
Olivia.
on February 27th. It is the third stop on the tour, which yesterday on her Instagram, she announced she's adding more cities or a couple more dates in some of the cities. So far right now, we just have the 27th of February at 1:45 today. Audrey Rose is going to pick an Olivia Rodrigo song. She'll play you a clip. You have to pick it up from where Olivia stopped singing. You got to finish the lyric to win those tickets. That's at 1:45 today with Audrey Rose. Now, if you're just tuning in and you missed half of the crazy morning we've had, well, Ahmad had his own little segment today as he hit the streets with our pictures to get people's reactions and ask them questions about what they think we do for a living.
key
We
was-
made a really
out on the
fun
street.
theme song for it.
And the key was that people didn't know who we were.
Yeah, they didn't know
Right.
who you guys were. Just some randoms.
If you want to see the pictures, go to KRBE's socials. You can see on Instagram the pictures that Ahmad was armed with as he asked people, do you think this person is a software CEO or a trust fund baby? Things like that. But for those of you who are newer to the show, Ahmad has been pinned with the "Are you the Burger King singing guy?" on our show because his voice sounds very much like the guy who does the BK
The
Whopper
Whopper.
jingle.
I get it
So-
all the time.
Not the Arby's guy. For we have the
No.
meats.
We have
The BK guy.
No, it's the BK Jingle Whopper guy. And so Ahmad got real creative and ran with that theme. So let's go with that.
It's a mod out on the street. Will they even talk to me? I just hope I don't get punched in the face. It's a mod out on the street. It's a mod out on the street. He's great.
He's great. I love that.
That is so perfect, Ahmad.
Apparently, though, not everybody loved it, Ahmad.
Uh-oh.
Somebody called in and they did not like it.
Okay.
I really hate hearing those funky Burger King commercials where they are intentionally out of tune, out of key, just if you're hearing your friend is trying to sing Fireworks by Katy Perry when they really can't sing, and you're just scratching at your ears hoping they bleed. And so, like, yes, Ahmad, I'm sorry. If I hear you sing that, I might actually punch you because it sounds something very punchable.
You mean this?
Oh, you mean
You
what
mean
song?
you mean the song?
It's a mod out on the street. Will they even talk to me? I just hope I don't get punched in the face. It's a mod out on the street. It's a mod out on the street. He's great.
He's great.
Now somebody's
See, punched in the face for a different reason, according to that listener line.
they
Yeah.
somebody texted and said that you should do a side hustle like Kevin and Phoenix used to do. They used to do wedding songs.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Parodies, wedding songs.
parodies.
Oh,
you can do
okay.
a jingle. So
Okay, I
give me,
would-
on the spot, just give me a jingle. Pretend like a
Let's
couple's
do
getting
something
married.
like,
Just think of something.
it's your wedding day today. Hope your husband isn't gay. That wouldn't be
God.
totally great. It's your wedding.
Nice freestyling.
No one cares.
No one cares.
I'm kidding. No,
Could be very lucrative until Burger King sues you.
So let's hear some of what we didn't have a chance for, because in the game we had two ladies making the call basically on what the people that Ahmad was talking to with our pictures in hand were going to guess we did for a living. But I know that you had more than we got to air.
Yeah, so this one, the girl Vanessa, she guesses what Eric does for a living.
This is the photo where I'm, like a sweater.
It's a photo where you're holding your very expensive bottle of bourbon and your cigar.
Okay.
Yes. So this is what she
It
thinks.
came with it. By the way, my wife gave me that. It was a Blanton cigar and a Blanton's. I didn't even take. I gave the cigar to someone else.
You'd be smoking it up. Don't
I don't
lie.
smoke
A
cigarettes.
Blanton cigar? Blanton's make cigars now, Eric?
I guess it came with it in the special
Wow.
Blanton's.
Okay. So based off of that fancy photo on at KRBE's Instagram, this is what she think you do.
Something with sound and tech,
So basically, all rich old white guys look like they do tech.
yes.
She said Ryan did tech too. I'm like, so just old white guys look like they do tech?
Oh my God.
Okay, and then this other one for Special K, since I feel bad that they said he was a scammer. This is what the guy.
Let's describe the photo.
Oh, so the photo is him like in Mexico with this beautiful pool behind him. I really thought I was doing
Isn't
him
his
a
head
favor.
sticking out of the water?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Looks
look
like he just came out of the
It's like
water.
those commercials for cologne.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
rising
funny
above
that
out
you
of the
say
water.
That, Eric, listen to this.
He might be a model.
Really?
Yeah, he might be a model.
This is Special K. He's on the radio with me.
Oh.
Yeah. These are all people on the radio with me.
Oh, okay.
He thought you looked like a model.
Yeah.
Model.
That's better than a scammer.
I get that
Kevin
a lot.
got a really nice picture. Rula got a nice picture. Sam got a nice picture.
And so did you.
That was a picture of me after I got done jogging 3 miles. I'm drenched in sweat.
Don't
Please.
photograph well.
No, that's
Yeah,
true.
You had a beautiful pool behind you.
The
just
pool
like
looked nice. I
Special
look
K.
like crap.
Yeah, you know what's bad when everyone just. Hey, what do you think of that photo? Well, the pool looks great.
Yeah.
Nobody describes you. They describe the pool behind you.
You're
So
wearing your
funny.
aviators in the picture, Ryan. Nobody knows that you had just finished jogging. It
Oh,
was
look
like
how
your-
sweaty I am. I'm drenched in that
I
thing.
mean, your shirt is wet, but either you came out of the pool or
Yeah,
it's
that's
just a really hot day. It wasn't a particularly bad picture. The aviators make it look like you're just standing outside somebody's pool. Eric in his sweater with the cigar and the bourbon.
It looked nice.
Kevin in the pool, and then Sam's picture sitting in a chair in a pretty place holding a drink
All
with
right,
cute
beverage.
boots on.
Ahmad,
And then
you're
mine,
too
I was on
nice.
vacation.
You need to find photos of all of us.
They're
look
not
crazy.
attractive. Yeah.
I got to get the one of you looking like crazy at the concert.
Yeah, there's one
with your
where
eyes open.
one where I was at a Bon Jovi concert. I think I put it
Oh,
on
my
Instagram.
screensaver when Eric calls me is Eric's
Is that the one?
eyes all
As
bugged
it
out at the
should.
Bon Jovi concert
Yeah,
years
that was
ago.
Whew, that was a good night.
Real quick, I want to throw this
Oh, I
y'all's
remember.
way.
I remember you telling me about that
I don't
night.
remember much of the night, but it was good.
Yeah. I want to throw y'all this way because I feel like this became one of those like Inside Edition stories when pickleball became a big deal, that there are people across the country that hate pickleball courts because they make so much noise because the whiffle of that ball is so echoey that it's a nuisance. And I thought, well, that's weird. But then again, I don't live near a pickleball court. But in addition to this whole thing about people who are trying to stop people from playing pickleball, and there are a lot of people who think, well, this is an easier sport I can tackle better than tennis for my joints. But let me tell you, we are making one very wealthy sector of Americans even wealthier by joining the pickleball craze, because a lot of people are throwing their knees and their hips out of joint, which is causing up to $500 million in surgeries across the nation from pickleball injuries. So what does that mean? The orthopedic surgeons operating on them are like, yes, keep with the pickleball.
It is loud because,
like, saying, if you're going to play pickleball.
In tennis, most people only have like 2 or 3 courts, like you see in parks and that. But now these pickleball, you can do like triple
Isn't
that.
it paddle
backyard.
like
Paddle's
hard though?
Yeah, it's
At
hard.
least with tennis,
and that's going back and forth really because you're close to each
it's
other.
like
So
ping pong, but
every like 2 seconds you're hearing that noise as opposed to tennis, unless someone's like,
Oh, I know.
Just go, oh. And because
who does that? That's
The
the
grunts,
pros.
the grunts and the groans when
That's
you're
more
hitting
the
the
pros.
ball.
I never hear like normal people
They go,
grunt.
I don't know. Actually, I have not been to a tennis court, and at like 10 o'clock in the morning. Right now, the tennis courts are getting packed. The kids got dropped off at school, and the people who can't have the time to go run and grab a tennis game, I've never sat there to hear.
Oh yeah,
how
Sam,
much
are you
they
jealous
grunt.
of that life where these women they drop the kid off at daycare and then they go and play tennis for 3 4 hours, have lunch with their friends, and pick up their kid?
I mean, I'm kind of doing that right now. Look at me playing tennis over here by myself.
A mental game of tennis.
What now? What?
Are you drinking?
For those that have followed our show, then you know in
I go
Eric's
pick-
marriage,
pick
he
him up
does
after, too.
a lot of cleaning. I mean, he does so much housework.
He's done
in
no
his
housework ever.
Marriage.
I've done
Since the sarcasm.
dishes.
Eric, why don't you go ahead
One
and share
time.
that stat about how clean our houses really are?
Oh yeah, this report came out. The average person considers their home to be completely clean only 11 days out of the whole year.
Out of the whole year?
Oh, no.
And I bet those 11 days are like when family comes over.
That's what I was thinking. Like holidays.
Completely clean is the phrase there, is the key phrase.
Completely.
Completely clean.
Do you guys make your beds before you go?
No.
Heck no.
I make
I
make my half of the bed when
Live
my husband's still
alone.
in
Why would I make
sleeping.
my bed?
Yeah,
Because
my
they say-
Why
boyfriend's
would you
still
make
in
your
the
bed?
It's supposed to make you feel good, like you accomplished something right away in the morning. I mean, I don't.
Yeah,
but-
boom, make your bed.
I feel
Booster
more
does.
accomplished if I
Right?
like do my hair right. You know?
Like brush my teeth, put deodorant on.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
accomplished 2 things.
There you go.
Check
Wake
me
up,
out.
prep for the show, get the work done, and then shower and get ready. I feel plenty accomplished. I don't need to make
It
my
takes
bed.
like 10 seconds to make your bed. I mean, we're not talking about making it like hotel style. You could just like make it not look so crazy.
I mean, I strip the beds every week. I wash the,
But, like, when you
the
walk
sheets
home-
and the comforters and everything, and then I make the bed then.
Because I know some people do freak out. They walk in their bedroom like when they get off of work and they see it all messy. It's like
And
It
now
looks
it's like-
inviting. It's like, come back to bed.
talking
No,
to you.
it looks like-
Hello?
Yes. Hello.
I'm warm
Why
and
did you-
toasty, crawling, and
Let's
I'll
leave me.
take care of you.
Did we just miss something? So, Ryan, your bed is messy every single day of the week except for the day you take the sheets off and then you make it after the sheets are clean.
Pretty much.
But every day, your bed is a wreck.
Nobody's seeing it. What difference does it make?
No, so I'm asking.
It's not
your
a
bed,
wreck
your
either.
bed is
Like
never
half
made.
of it looks great. Half of it looks great. And the half I sleep on doesn't look great.
The easiest way
Half
to
you
make a
sleep
room
on.
look clean is to make the bed.
Yeah, I
If
don't
the
sleep
bed
all
is
over
not
the whole
made-
bed.
I'm just saying in general, in anybody's bed, the fastest way to make the room look put together is make the bed.
Yeah,
That is the
that's
fact.
true.
That's my go-to.
Because if it's not made, it's like, oh, look at this messy room.
Yes.
If it is made, you're like, oh, there's some things on the floor.
Because
Pretty
a lot
clean.
of us will just come in and throw their clothes on the floor and then catch hell about it later.
Are you in
And
trouble?
Oh, you're a clothes dropper?
Oh, same.
What do you just walk in and just throw it everywhere? You just
There's a hamper.
every direction. You just throw it on the and then what happens to it?
Yeah, aren't you getting other clothes to put on?
Yeah, but then I forget to put the other
Why don't you
ones
just put it in a
away.
hamper?
Yeah, walk over.
It's-
Take them off, put them in the hamper,
too
then grab some
far.
clothes.
Further, and plus jeans, you don't wash them every single
That's
time,
true.
right? So it's
Yeah.
like maybe
No,
they'll
you
make their way somewhere.
Oh, you're going to
Maybe
recycle
you
them back
would wash
in?
them every
Oh
single
my
time after
gosh.
you laid concrete and stuff. But on the average, if you're just coming to the station, you wouldn't wash them every day. We've already had that debate many times.
We'll have to talk
All
about
right,
Kevin
listen.
bleaching his pants this morning.
Oh,
Next
no.
it.
His DIY.
Oops.
Oh, Rula.
Fail.
Bleached your
What
pants?
I wore an Astros jersey today, and I noticed there was a little bit of stain on the back. You know where you sit on the jersey. You know it's a long jersey,
Yeah.
so you sit
Yeah.
down on it. Well, there's a little bit of stains back there, so I utilized the spray bleach on the little section of it.
Like a stain stick, almost.
Well, this is actually
it's a
stuff you
spray.
use for your countertops.
Oh, my
Oh,
God. Wait,
wow.
you're using the Clorox
Yes,
spray.
and it worked great. And so then I went and finished my morning routine, came back, put the shirt on, and I didn't realize it didn't dry. Well, my shorts now have bleach stains all over them. And I haven't even seen my truck, because, I've got velour.
You've got the cloth seats.
I got cloth seats. I haven't
now
seen
they're
them
stained.
yet.
Now they're probably bleached out.
So I'm going to have to go buy some of that gray dye that you can get from the supermarket, the RIT dye.
That's the same stuff you put in your beard, right?
That's brown.
Yeah, brown and gray.
All right. Coming up next, there is a celebrity auction that people are jumping on, but there are some faulty, scammy items that have been added by hackers. Don't get duped. We'll talk about it next on The Rule and Ryan Show.
Big screen to the big house.
Rule and Ryan Celebrity Scoop.
104.1 KRBE.
It's brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston. As you know, all the strikes are still going on. Writers, directors, actors, and not a lot's been going on when it comes to bringing us new material and whatnot. And for all the people who are fighting to get more money, a lot of the actors who do have money are putting their celebrity foot forward to put themselves up for auction. It's called the Union Solidarity Coalition. Net proceeds benefit the Crew Healthcare Fund. It is all different actors of all different walks offering all these different experiences. Okay, for example, Natasha Lyonne will help you solve the New York Times Sunday crossword. I guess she's really good at that. Yeah. It's going for $6,000 currently on eBay. That's what somebody's willing to pay for.
That's a lot for Natasha Lyonne.
Get 20 minutes and 20 questions with actress Maggie Gyllenhaal. Right now, that's $2,025. Someone's willing to pay for that. Here's something, sadly. The one signed fake album cover of a fictional show is going for the exact same amount of money as an entire lunch with an actress that maybe some people don't know. $835. Daisy Jones and the Six is on Amazon Prime. I thought it was a great show.
You almost believed it, right?
I believe that they were a real band in the 70s.
Yep.
Like, that's how much you believe them.
Okay.
Riley Keough is the lead. She's Daisy Jones in the show. She's one of the leads. She signs this album cover of the fake album. That is going for $835 in this auction. And there is also lunch with Emmy-nominated actress Cara Bono going for the same amount of money.
Who's she?
And I was like, how do I know Cara? She's from Stranger Things, but I didn't watch Stranger Things to know
I watched
who her
all
character
Stranger
was.
Things, but I can't remember the name.
Does it say which actress?
Let's see.
Like the redhead that was in the Taylor Swift videos?
Karen Wheeler in Stranger Things.
How do you spell that? First name?
Names.
It's Cara, Carabuono. She was also in Mad Men. She played Kelly Moltisanti in the 6th season of The Sopranos. Lunch with her is going for the same amount of money that the Daisy Jones and the Six album is going for.
She's the mom.
She's the mom of the boy?
Yeah.
Which one is she?
No, not of Will, but she's the mom.
Oh, the blonde.
The blonde, the mom.
Yeah.
She had the affair with the.
Yeah, she's not like a big role.
Yeah, she's not
Okay.
huge.
That's like Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones so much.
Kind of like a background character.
Never say the characters' names or remember the names. I'm so bad at that stuff.
Well, there's an actor named David Krumholtz, which I think a lot of y'all know from different things. He was on a CBS show called Numbers. If you watch the Santa Claus, he's Santa Claus's main elf guy.
Harold and Kumar?
He was on. Say it again.
Yeah.
Was he Harold and Kumar?
No,
He's in Harold and
He's
Kumar.
one of their buddies. He always showed up in the shows.
Well, he will serenade you on Zoom for $510 currently. That is the going price. There's a whole bunch of random stuff. You see what I'm saying here? There's really well-known people and then some only well-known if you watch their show. But there are some people who are adding things to the auction that think this would be great if they added this, but don't be duped and don't be fooled because you cannot bid on having Taylor Swift zoom into your funeral so people say, how did they know each other?
Oh, God.
That is not real.
That's good.
You also cannot ask Mindy Kaling for a fee on this auction to confirm or deny if her BFF BJ Novak is actually the father of her children.
Oh, wow.
That's not one of the options, but people are putting that in there. The Cullens from Twilight, they are vampires.
Yes.
They will not turn you into a vampire. That is not real. So don't bid on that if you see that.
I did see one of that. Eric, I think you might like this. Bob Odenkirk, who plays Better Call Saul, he's Saul. Him and David Cross, you can have like lunch with them for $3,000.
He's part of my alum.
Yeah,
He
it
went to
says
my
they'll
college.
join you for dinner. So far, there's 69 bids on that. There's 3 days left, and it's at $10,200.
Oh, that's up to $10,000 now? Oof.
Yeah, $10,200.
One good thing about the strike is The Rock is most likely coming back to wrestling for WrestleMania.
Oh,
Yeah,
because
how's
he
that?
can't
How's
act.
he getting around it there?
Because
he can't act.
you can. It's not acting. It's just wrestling. You know, it's like it's not part of that world.
It is acting, really.
I have a question.
I mean, you're not part of that
not scripted.
SAG or whatever it's called. the
You're on the
Screen
union.
Actors Guild.
They're your independent worker.
Is this strike longer than the previous one?
The SAG-AFTRA one?
That's a good question.
Because we were without shows for quite some time before.
Yeah, but that was back before streaming.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's true. Because they're fighting over the AI thing. Like Keira Knightley from Pirates of the Caribbean and Love Actually. There's a story about her trying to trademark her face now so that she can help protect herself from AI and all the new stuff they're fighting about with how you can just be, ripped off.
Okay, I've got an answer for you, Kevin.
If there's an AI robot that looks like her, she wants that to have a piece of that. She doesn't want anybody to be able to use that.
Could they do that in radio? Could they take like your Rule and Ryan's voice and then like say fire you guys and put in this is AI Rule and Ryan?
I don't know about that.
Like, do they?
I could probably build it.
Don't give them ideas. Okay, so I'm answering Kevin's question, though. This is the longest strike ever. So it began on May 2nd. The longest strike previously was back in 2000. That lasted 6 months.
So that means that we will have to start watching old content like we did
Wait a second.
before.
That's not right math.
Wait.
Hold on, Kev.
Here it
That's
is.
not the right math.
Here it is.
Ryan,
Wait.
that's not right math.
This strike began May 2nd.
It's September and it started in May.
It says this is the longest on
4
record
months.
by a sizable margin. SAG-AFTRA has been on strike. Only since July 14th. Its longest strike on record lasted 6 months back in 2000. So it's not the longest strike.
But what was the
longest
most
one was
recent
back in
one?
2000.
There was
like
one
2008 or 9 or something.
Okay.
And I remember what they were
I
fighting
just thought
over
there was one like right
This
around
is
the
like
pandemic.
a double though. This is
That was
like,
a writer's strike back then.
Writers. That's what I was thinking of, the writers' strike.
This is everybody.
Okay, but the writers' strike was more recently, right?
They were first. And now the actors are on strike.
and the directors.
Okay.
Everyone's on strike, and they're all trying to make sure that they don't get
That's why
copied with AI.
I'm watching Band of Brothers on Netflix. They put it on there now. I never saw that.
That's a great show. Time to catch up.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Rula and Ryan Show on KRBE with what's going down in H-Town.
It's brought to you by Duncan. I sell this on ABC13.com. Houstonians have lost anywhere between $10,000 to $1 million per person in investment scams involving cryptocurrency. Yes, the FBI said investment schemes are becoming more sophisticated as overseas scammers are using artificial intelligence and chatbots like ChatGPT to generate communication in English that is more relatable and not broken. Victims reported losing $3.3 billion in investment scams across the U.S. last year, which is up 127% from the year before. Telling you, man, I never wanted to get involved with that cryptocurrency. To me, it just seemed like a big...
So I put all my money in Forever Stamps.
Forever Stamps.
It's brilliant.
Didn't you get the feeling it was just like nothing more than a big pyramid scheme?
Or you see those commercials for like gold and silver and stuff. You can buy all these coins and that. I'm like, I don't know.
That's not real.
I mean, it's
What
it's
was
real.
that one
I
commercial?
just
It was
don't
a
know,
really
like,
bad 90s
Lost all
commercial
my
they were
money.
using in the 2000s here in Houston. It was like these guys that had wheelbarrows full of gold coins, and they had like permy mullets and tuxedos, and they'd be like, sell us your gold and coins. And it was like gold and silver club or
That
something.
looks
It was a
legit.
really
Sure,
bad
I'll give you
commercial.
my money.
They're in a wheelbarrow?
Tell me.
The guy
Yeah,
with
it
the
was a
mullet and the
wheelbarrow full
wheelbarrow.
of coins, and they're like, sell us your coins. And they were wearing tuxedos, and they had like permy mullets from the 90s. I was like, who are
Kevin,
those
explain
guys?
it's not wheelbarrow.
Yeah, barrel.
It's barrow.
Wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow.
I used to think it was
Wheelbarrow.
barrel. I think Sam and I thought it was barrel back in the day.
It's not a barrel.
Don't you include me in
Yeah,
this?
it's a wheelbarrow.
Sam says a lot of things creatively.
Thank you.
yes.
That's a great way of saying that, Kevin. I really appreciate
Creative
that.
pronunciation.
Yes.
Like what?
She says breakfast,
I do.
Not,
she
not
does.
breakfast.
right?
Correct.
Button.
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 Kitten. Mitten.
When I listen to like East Coast shows and I hear that accent,
I would
I'm
fit
like,
right
oh,
in.
Sam we'd go there and they'd make fun of us.
Yes.
Why are you saying button like that?
Y'all.
Button.
Y'all.
They do
doesn't
not
work
like
up there.
y'all. Not at
Yeah,
all.
how'd you do New York radio, Ryan? Because you do y'all all the time.
When I was up there, they told me I
Put a
sounded,
shocker on your neck.
They told me I sounded too country. I'm like, what?
Well, yeah, because we don't say y'all.
Yeah,
up
I never heard.
north.
Yeah, I never heard y'all up.
If I go up north,
Yeah,
I
you
say,
cannot say y'all up
hey,
north.
y'all.
You
They'll be
guys.
like,
You
what?
guys.
I don't
No,
know about
you
use.
guys.
You guys.
You
guys.
You guys.
You guys.
It's if you want if the use it's just outright use.
Yes.
Use.
Yes. Yes.
Use.
Because it's Y-O-U-S.
Use.
Yep.
Even though it's
Mhm.
pronounced like sounds like a Z. But my program
Yep.
director, I told you, Eric, had made the word y'all with a circle and a slash through it.
Oh, because you were saying
And
it up
he
there.
held it up to me and he was like,
Stop
"You say this a
saying
lot."
y'all.
I was like, well, duh. I was born and raised in Houston. Okay, I'll try and go you guys then. And to this day, I still say you guys sometimes instead of y'all.
And then the
'cause of
worst
that.
is out in LA when they said, you don't sound SoCal enough. I'm like, what? Southern California. You got to sound SoCal.
Oh, when I heard that air check, I always laughed.
God.
I'm like, that. I can't believe you did that, Ryan.
Man,
Give an example.
You're listening on KROQ. Very SoCal.
And what was your name?
No.
Max Payne.
My.
I had no choice, man. I had a small baby. I had to make money.
But you like, I want to be Ryan Chase.
I wanted to be Ryan. Oh, there's Ryan Seacrest. You can't be Ryan Chase. I'm like, but
Well, Ryan Seacrest was around then, yeah?
I've been. Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was doing afternoons.
Yeah.
He was?
Yeah.
In 90, what year was that? 97?
No, this is 2004 or 3.
Oh.
Yeah, it was before we got.
Yeah,
it was 2.
yeah.
Yeah, it was 2.
2002 is when I was doing that.
And Seacrest was afternoons.
Mm-hmm.
But you were nights.
Didn't matter. They can't have more than one Ryan in the city.
Stupid.
Infantile thinking. Okay, that's what's going
coming
down.
up next, in case you missed on what happened on Revenge today, it was about door ding of epic proportions. You'll hear it next on the Rule and Ryan Show.